After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 444. Today is Saturday, March 6, 2021, as we are recording. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you are new, we're glad you found us. We hope that you find something you enjoy and that you will continue to join us. If you are returning, we are always glad to have you with us. And if you are new or returning and you're still in the shadows, please feel free to join us officially. Press the little subscribe button and get the little bell so that you can get notifications if you'd like. And if you want to be able to take part in the alongs and giveaways and camaraderie and all that kind of stuff, please feel free to join us at our home group, which is phnpodcast.freeforums.net. That's phnpodcast.freeforums.net, and you'll see it in the little description box below the video. We do have an official new member. Yay! So we want to welcome Lee Mack. We're glad to have you with us. Yay! We look forward to seeing you.
There's this song. Da da da. And how are you coming back? Oh, it's Jimmy Mack.
Are you quite finished?
It got in my head.
I don't
her
care.
Last name.
I do not care.
She doesn't get a theme song.
I do not care.
She doesn't care about you, Lee Mack.
Interruptions.
I was going to give you a theme song and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't care.
I don't.
That's just the kind of hairpin she is.
I am?
Reference.
Yes. All right.
I was just peeking how many projects you have, and I'm proud about that. So you deserve a big.
Yay for me.
But I think I have more projects for than you because of that.
But we do have the same tea.
We do, in fact, have the same tea. Yeah. So, I'm actually going to let you do honors as introducing it because I think I have more of the facts.
Okay.
Because guess what, guys? It's what as we finally promised.
We are starting our tea time in the national parks. Okay, and this park is Acadia National Park in Maine. So this is a Simpson and Vale tea. Okay. And this is a collection that we got, which is why we're doing this.
Mm-hmm. Do you need me to read the ingredients? Can you read the ingredients on your glasses? I can read them if you can.
Green tea, currants, blueberry flavor, oat straw, and blue cornflower petals. I have no idea what oat straw is, but
you can definitely taste the green tea underneath.
Mm-hmm. And you can taste the blueberries. Let me see.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. Usually I like my green teas really strong, like a gunpowder green tea. Otherwise, I'm not usually a green tea person.
I really like this because because it is mild, but when you use a rock sugar with it, it doesn't mask the flavor. And so you get the green tea and you get the other stuff they put in it.
Because I can definitely taste the combination of things.
Mm-hmm. It's very good. And this is our Memento Mori mug because we're still in Lent.
And I think it's probably good. I'm just not a huge green tea person, so I still haven't made up my mind about this. I tend to be a black tea
I'm not a
girl.
huge green tea. I like Rubio's, but I'm not a big green tea, but I do definitely have some that I like. This one is unusual. Usually I get the green teas when I go to a Chinese restaurant.
I usually like those green teas.
They're very good. Mm-hmm. This one doesn't taste like that.
And then I like the gunpowder, which is also a green tea. But it's a really strong, smoky green tea, which is why I like it.
This is mild, but it's not so mild that I don't like it because I can taste the fruit.
Well, yeah, the fruit, definitely.
Now, a little bit about this park, okay? Acadia National Park, Maine, is famous for its stunning fall foliage. Maine is gorgeous. But it is also beautiful in the winter when it's often blanketed in white. Winter scenic drives and hiking are thus popular options. Cross-country skiing and snowshoeing are wonderful ways to see the park in winter, and volunteers sometimes even cut trails So I guess they cut their own trails. I don't know if they mean volunteer people who work there or just volunteers who say, "I want a trail here. We'll cut it through." That's kind of interesting.
Part of me is like, I hope they just let random people cut trails in their national park. That just doesn't seem safe somehow. I have that Acadia National Park is on Maine's Mount Desert Island.
How's that spelled?
Mount Desert, exactly how it's
Mount Desert.
like Mount space Desert Island, and space between desert and island, of course. Among the wildlife, I had a momentary fear that I didn't turn on the mic, but it's going. Among the wildlife are moose, bear, whales, and seabirds. And I just love the fun fact of when it was established, because it was established on January 19th. My birthday, but many years before I was born, because it was 1929.
In anticipation. She wears the 1929 well.
Hey, I can pull off 1920s. Look, I'm not doing it right now, but I like that time period.
I do too.
Now, the thing I really got excited about for the facts, this is actually making it a little bit longer than I initially intended to. They have a historic tea house attached to them. How cool is that? Yep. It's called the Jordan Pond House. It traces its history from 1847, so quite historic. The first settlers conducted a logging operation, established a small mill near the foot of the pond. The first popovers, I'm not sure if I've ever had a popover.
I think I have, but...
Are they similar to, like...
I think they're airy.
Because I'm thinking of, like, apple...
Those are like fritters?
Yeah, I'm thinking of fritters.
I think popovers are more airy. I think they have air pockets.
Okay.
I've never made one, so I'm not sure.
Well, we have to look into what... I mean, it probably won't work gluten-free, but I'm just curious.
Maybe.
The first popovers and tea were served here by Mr. and Mrs. Thomas and Nellie McIntyre. And it is M-C-I-N-T-I-R-E.
That's McIntyre.
Is that pronounced McIntyre? There's no A in there.
I know.
Okay, McIntyre. Around 1895. They were responsible for the character and atmosphere of the original Jordan Pond house, with its birch bark dining rooms and massive fieldstone fireplace. I just want to go there now. It sounds really nice. The McIntyres operated the restaurant until the 1940s, and apparently after that point, the Rockefellers bought it, and he made sure to keep the character of it, which made me happy.
He gave it over to the Park Service, right?
Yes, he bought it and then gave it to the park. But when he bought it, and made it kind of like, I guess, a chain, he stipulated that it needed to be like the way the McIntyres had it, which is super cool to me. And I just love the fact, I like having the name of the people who did it, and they were doing it for so many years. I don't know, it just seems really nice.
Family business.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the fact that Mr. Rockefeller decided that we're going to keep it the way the McIntyres had it.
Yeah. So,
well, why mess with success?
Yeah, why? So that's your little facts for Acadia. I don't know. We don't know how long the facts will be at any given time.
No, that one just happened to have a tea house, so it won.
We did it together, and we were not intending to have that much information, and she got that part of the information, so...
I did want to share, we have new stroopwafels. I didn't bring my lemon one over. The new Sweet Amsterdam, we used to get them before. They used to only be 129 calories, but actually with them upping their calories, I think the taste has improved, and also the texture is the main thing. It's softer. It's not as...
It's not sticky.
Sticky, yeah, because this didn't stick in the thing when I took it out, and it used to be like you had to peel it off. And
the one that was really bad with that was the honey.
Yeah, although the caramel wasn't much better sometimes. You always had something that was sticking. None of it sticking. So I think it's better quality now. So the calories have gone up to 140 instead of 129. All Sweet Amsterdam stroopwafels are gluten-free and dairy-free.
And they're all 140 as far as I can tell.
Yeah. They have... Mom tried a banana... chocolate banana.
Oh, that was good.
Which initially I thought might have been okay, because the banana kind of made me think of the banana-shaped candy, hard candy that you get from the machine. I always had liked that one the best, actually, because it doesn't taste like real banana. It just tastes like, candy
Sweet.
banana. But after I had the taste in my mouth for a while, I didn't enjoy it afterwards.
Right.
So I personally won't get that one, but Mom loves it. So if you like bananas.
I will give a caveat on that. I do enjoy it, but I probably won't get it as much as some of the others. It's very strong, so it limits what you can have it with.
This is good. And then
the lemon one is really good too.
The lemon one's really good. This one,
I have the caramel too. So
this is caramel cinnamon.
Yeah. Oh, mine's just caramel, right? Or
no, they're both caramel cinnamon.
Right. Do they have salted caramel?
They do not. I had looked for it.
Yeah.
They have caramel cinnamon. They have the lemon bar one. I don't know why they call it lemon bar. I don't know why they just call it lemon. And they have the chocolate banana, and then I want to get the spiced one next time as well, just to see what it tastes like. But yeah, I really like I think it's a definitely improved taste because we had got the caramel cinnamon before, and
It's really good.
it's so much softer and nicer now.
And I'm just having an oatmeal bar, so cinnamon and brown sugar. So, okay.
You want a very small taste?
Very small.
Will that be enough for taste?
I think so.
It's really good, Mom. They've really improved it.
It is.
Like, it now stands up to the other one with more flavors.
It's got a little bit of an undertaste to all the ones I've had so far that gives it a little more body or something. So it's good. Okay.
I like the fact that it's not super sticky. Oh, it's so much better.
All right. Now,
I wonder if the undertaste we're tasting... Remember we said it has that...
it tastes like vanilla or something.
Well, I wonder if it's a monk fruit extract.
I don't think it tastes like fruit.
Well, they have cane sugar. Oh, it has sea salt in here. They don't announce it, but there's a sea salt in here.
Okay.
I don't know what's giving that flavor.
It's good.
It's good.
It's a flavor that makes me have like... It's very similar to a flavor that makes you have those plainer cookies, like a shortbread or
Yeah.
or a vanilla wafer or
Where
something
it has
like
that nice little...
whatever that is.
afterwards.
Whatever that is. Okay.
So, yes, that was not actually a paid
No.
for thing.
You got 2 for 1 on that.
Yeah.
For tea. All right. Now, moving along. Let's see here.
Because it sounded like we just did like an extended
Commercial.
commercial first.
This is a commercial-free podcast.
Sweet Amsterdam. You know, we just did an unanticipated commercial for you. I think that you need to,
Fork it out. Fork it over with tea.
come on. They don't do tea.
Oh, that's right. Cookies.
I mean, the national parks. Although we were supposed to let them know when we did
Yeah,
one
we
of
were.
these.
We were. I'll have to call them and say, hey, we did our first one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Too many ums. You guys, we did close up one of our alongs. So before we get into the current alongs, we want to tell you who the winners are. So PHN Out with the Old 2020 is finished. Be on the lookout for the one that's 2021 in November, December. But this one is finished, and we had 2 winners that I pulled by random number generator. Let's see, get this over here. Okay, the first winner that we pulled was for this game of white. I think it's super chunky. This is Rubber Dub Dub Soft and Absorbent Haiku Yarn.
I think it's cotton. I think.
It is 100% microfiber, 200 grams, 99 meters, 101 yards. So maybe a hat or a washcloth or something. I don't know.
I would say a washcloth or something because I think
It's really,
I'm
really
not sure.
soft.
Now, granted, I'm really picky about my cotton because cotton bothers me.
This isn't cotton. It's microfiber.
I don't know. I don't like.
This is more like an acrylic than a cotton.
Oh, okay. Feels like a cotton to me.
It's knit 2 mitts and a washcloth with just 1 hank. So okay.
Okay.
So this is the winner for this was I Know Who You Are. This is the person I know who you are.
Yes.
I am not trying to keep it from you. Okay. So
Who was it who thought you were trying to keep a secret?
Renna.
Sorry, Renna, to out you. That was
Renna,
I love that.
I love you, and I wanted to say that because it made me giggle. So I know who you are.
But someone else could think. Honestly, I can see that.
yeah,
Because they can't see the spelling.
And well, like Renna said, she was like, "What the heck is I know? I now."
I wouldn't have picked
Our.
it up. I wouldn't have picked
Well,
it
it
up.
took me a little while. I finally picked it up.
I'm not necessarily really good at that.
I like word searches and stuff like, oh, that's what she means. So this is going to I Know Who You Are. So please contact me again with your name and your address and what you won. I know I have it from a recent prize, but please do it again just in case I can't find it. Okay. So congratulations.
And random people don't go claiming her prize. We do know who she is.
We do know who she is. Yes. Okay. And the other winner won these. These are 2 skeins of Patons, Canadiana.
Canadiana. I guess I would say
chunky
that.
yarn. So it's this beautiful color. This green.
Is it a forest? I can't tell through my glasses.
The color is, I don't know. The winner for this is Sensidai. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that.
I think this might be one of those annoying brands that doesn't name it. Unless Fate Canada's name, but I don't know.
So, Senseidai. Senseidai? I'm not sure.
I've always said Sensiday.
That might be it too. I don't know.
I don't know if
I have
was
no
correct,
clue.
though.
This is for you. Please contact me over at the PHN home group with your name, your address, and the fact that you won the green yarn for this Out with the Old 2020. Okay? Congratulations to the winners. Thank you, everybody who participated. You guys are all winners. We just can't give you all things. Thank you very, very much for participating. We had a lot of fun looking at the stuff, even though it didn't seem like we did so. We did.
We did.
Okay? So, all right, moving along to the current ones. Let me get a drink here.
I do feel like I like it a little better as it sits.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is one of those teas I think needs to, like, I don't know, not fester. Fester sounds wrong.
To ferment? No, to like a marinate.
Marinate.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that. Although marinate usually involves something inside the liquid. But you know what I'm trying to say.
It can. It doesn't have to.
Yeah.
You put it on meat and you just, But, well, anyway, it has to soak it up and just kind of...
It just has to settle.
Yeah, because it does. It tastes a little bit stronger. This is one of those teas that's a little bit lower temperature.
Yes, it's it's technically a 180 degree tea, and we have one of those fancy teapots. I got it when I first started becoming a tea snob, and then we just always kept a fancy teapot. And we had to go 185. We had a choice of 175 or 185. And we chose a slightly hotter.
Okay,
because
so
we didn't have 180.
So going into the current alongs, we have the Comfort along that Wombat of Doom and B-Wing are doing in the threads. Okay, this is the first possibly annual Comfort along. Okay, the main purpose for this event is to make specific items for donation to Comforting Crafts, and you can find her page, her Facebook page, on Facebook under Comforting Crafts.
No way.
And so there's also a thread in the group.
She has a Facebook page on Facebook?
This along will run from March 1st, 2021 through midnight June 30th, 2021. So if you go into July 1st, it's too late unless the thread is open. Okay? There are no previous whips, so this has to be started March 1st or later. Items eligible for the Comfort along can be knitted, crocheted, or loom knit. And the reason I'm reading this is because these are not my rules. They are Patty and B-Wings. Okay? Specific items that they are concentrating on are dishcloths.
We are merely
washcloths.
hosts. We are merely providing the venue.
Yeah, we are the platform. Specific items they are concentrating on: dishcloths, washcloths, and hats. Hat sizes can be from young adult through adult. There's a greater need for boys' colors or gender neutral, so please keep that in mind. Patterns like Fits the Whole Fam Hat by Cozy Up Knits are perfect since they are so stretchy and they are suitable for many sizes. Chatter and pictures are all on the same thread, one whip per project per week, the FO whenever it's completed. And if you are also in the Comforting Crafts Facebook group, please feel free to post your prizes there. Prizes will be randomly generated through our normal method from the random number generator from the Comfort Along thread. Okay? We will not be pulling prizes on our end from the Facebook group. Okay? Okay, so far they have 2 skeins of Dishy yarn, dishcloth pattern booklets, and handmade greeting cards by B-Wing. All right? As prizes. I may also have a prize to give out if I can figure out and get my yarn dyed up again. Get some time to myself. Hashtag for for Instagram will be hashtag PHN Comfort Along 2021. Okay, please contact Brittany for the mailing address for completed items. Okay, so that sounds like a lot of fun, and I haven't been in that thread yet, but I'm sure that it's off and running, because you guys are awesome that way. All right, now let's see here. The PHN Christmas All Year Long Cal 2021. This is the year-long along as we stated, and projects must be knit, loom knit, or crocheted. Previous whips are allowed, but must be worked on during the along. Chatter and pictures in the same thread. 1 whip per project per week. The FO whenever it's completed. Any FOs in Franciscan Gypsy Designs pattern, My One pattern, or Laura Concert's Designs patterns, or in my yarn, which is I don't know why I would do that. Lady Friend Co Creations yarn.
You're trying
or
to give me yarn now.
Lollipop Girl yarns are eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the finished object only. And if you have that yarn, my yarn or Laura's yarn with a featured pattern, either mine, Laura's, or Talia's, that will be 3 chances at a prize for the FO. And if I've confused you, like I'm sure I have, it's in the group, okay? The hashtag is in Instagram is hashtag PHN Christmas All Year 2021. If an FO uses 50 yards or less, please post with another FO of 50 yards or more, okay? Operation Christmas Child already projects going toward Christmas donations is eligible for 2 chances at a prize. Projects that are made predominantly in the Christmas colors that we have designated to be reds, blues, greens, silver, gold, purples and pinks, along with white,
So shockingly, this would be Christmas colors.
will be eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the FO only. And again, if it's with a featured yarn, 3 chances for the finished object only. You are responsible for your own multiple postings, okay? Now, let's see here. This quarter's prizes, we have a prize from Looney Hiker, who is Pat. Thank you, Pat.
Pat.
It's a Cassie Nicole hat that she designed, and it's a colorwork hat.
It's really pretty.
It's really pretty. So, okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And then we have 2 skeins of cotton yarn from Cloudborn. It's top colorway, taupe.
I would say
Colorway?
taupe, I think.
Yeah. And one is a skein and one has been wound up, but hasn't been used.
Yeah,
So
they're full.
they're full skeins. So 2 skeins of yarn, and that was from Fiber Hermit. So thank
Yay,
you,
one
Margaret.
skein you don't have to wind up.
So thank you very much for your donations. You guys, your donations have been very, very helpful in us being able to keep giving you nice prizes. So
Yes.
thank you so much. Okay. Your drink.
Excuse me.
I drink and she gets the hiccups.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, now the Ready, Set, Go Cal Lal is essentially the same, but, so I'm not going to do all the rules. Most of our alongs have the same rules for the most part. But for this one, the Ready, Set, Go, this one you have to start everything that's in here has to be started no earlier than January 1st of this year. Okay, so this is when you start all the things. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Everything basically the same, including the featured yarn and featured patterns, except that this doesn't include the charity-oriented stuff. It's my stuff, Talia's stuff, and Laura's stuff. Okay. It's hashtag PHN Ready Set Go 2021 on Instagram. Okay. And the prizes. We have a project bag with clear sides that was donated by Fiber Hermit. Thank you, Margaret.
Thank you.
And she told me that the bag is by Whimsy Stitches. Thank you for the information, Margaret. Appreciate it. And then 2 skeins of Caron Simply Soft yarn, 1 light green and 1 dark green that will go together. That's the second winner, okay? And that was also from Fiber Hermit, so thank you.
Thank you.
We've had, Fiber Hermit has inadvertently sponsored most of our our longs this time around because she was so extremely generous, and we really appreciate that. Okay, whips. I have 6, you said, and you have...
Well, let me finish chewing. I know I have more than you.
I'm surprised I have as many as I do.
Let's see. Yeah, the way you're talking, I thought you had like 2.
I did for a long time.
I'm surprised I have as many as I do just because my fatigue was so bad. I have 9.
I've been working on lovely SSI, SSA paperwork, so...
I go twice, once.
You have how many?
9.
Go twice?
I
I have 6.
Well, if I go... I think you said 7.
6.
6, okay, 6.
Well, you can go twice and we go single, and if you had to go twice at the end,
That
that's no
works.
problem.
Okay, so let me just...
Because apparently we're unable to math right now. To do math. Right, Patty? Proper English. We were discussing proper English in the
people
Zoom.
understood what you intended to say.
It's not proper English.
So, designs first.
I'm going to get a
That means the
demerit.
bag.
I'm going to get a demerit from Patty.
We didn't do demerits. Was that just like a private school thing?
I don't know. I never got demerits.
Of course you didn't.
I just got told I talked too much. That's all.
Even though you claim it was everyone else around
It was everybody else around me. They kept moving me around because everybody talked to me.
Common denominator.
Everybody. To my own little 6-year-old self.
In my Silvershed USA Oops the Bunny Christmas bag that Davina did the artwork for is a design in progress.
Yay. Boop. Okay. Let's see. My first one is...
Oh, Mom, I have 2. I forgot.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Then you'll be able to go.
No problem.
In my Silvershed USA random knitting things bag, let's just pick one to say. Knitting is my superpower. Mom picked it this time.
It's just taking too long.
Well, there's a lot to choose from on here. This one has a lot of stuff.
Just stick your finger there. That's what I did when I wanted to choose my...
You see, I don't know why it brought to mind that fable or whatever they tell of the hole in the big dam and the kid sticks his finger in there and keeps everyone...
Mm-hmm.
I think he dies there, doesn't he?
I think he does.
And he was the only reason they were safe and they didn't... It made me think of that song about the rock's gonna fall on us. For some reason.
Okay.
Well, if I remember correctly, I don't remember the story very well. I don't think that anyone ever realized the good that he did, just like they didn't realize that the guy who warned everyone that the rock was going to fall on us, Chapin's song.
I'd have to re-listen to it.
The rock's going to fall on us.
I have to go look.
Anyway, he warns them that the rock is going to fall on them. No one believes him. They say he's crazy. So he manages to build something to kind of keep the rock that's like right over the town. It's never fallen in like 1,000 years or whatever. But he manages to keep it from falling because it falls on him. And they don't realize that that's the reason why they're safe.
Unsung hero.
Unsung hero. And actually they're like, good riddance, he's gone. You know, they don't know where he went. And the rock is still moving a little bit each day, and eventually it's going to slip off of him. And I don't remember the end of the story with the kid with the dike, though.
No, I don't either.
I don't know if after a while, the town got swallowed, or if he just managed to save it.
I think it's a fairy tale, or it's a...
it's one of those things I only kind of half know.
Well, it's something you learn as a kid.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, design. That had nothing to do with anything of that.
Because that's what we do. All right. In my Ploverbird Mickey Mouse bag is my Spoiled Bunny Stomp scarf from the Cerebell scarf pattern. I didn't do too much on this because I was doing other things, but I did get a little bit done. I always do this in the podcast, so...
Yeah, it's your podcast, crocheting. I was going to say knitting, but it's not knitting.
No. So it's a little longer. I like the way it's turning out. Not my colors, but I like it.
Well, it's because it's turning out pretty that you like it, not necessarily because it's your colors.
Yeah,
you know?
it's, the yarn is...
Every once in a while, it's nice to knit with sunshine.
This looks like the sky.
Yeah.
This is Tess yarn, superwash merino worsted. I don't know the colorway. Ty gave it to me for Mother's Day, so that's what this is.
I don't even know the colorway. It's one of those things we were at the Maryland Sheep and Wool, and I was like, pick something for your birthday, and she's like, that.
Yeah, because I didn't know what I wanted. This was the only thing that even remotely... It was for Mother's Day, not my birthday.
Oh, it was Mother's Day, that's right. Yeah.
It's your turn.
Okay, my turn. Let's do the other design. Because I only worked on a few designs this week. Ugh. Because I had so many other things to work on, I had trouble focusing on any of my designs. So in my ginormous bag of doom, probably from Knit Picks or something like that, 10 million bajillion pockets.
Not a diaper bag.
Not a diaper bag. It could be used as a diaper bag.
It's too stiff.
Well, does it matter what fabric the diaper bag itself is?
It does, because you're going to be carrying it all over the place.
Okay.
I wouldn't carry that as a diaper bag.
Okay. I don't know. It's never been something I've had to experience.
And your father certainly would never carry that. I had to get diaper bags that were not babyish and not girly.
How can that even be managed?
I did.
That's impressive.
I think he wouldn't mind like something like Disney or something like that.
Right. It's also like Disney Princess.
Yeah, like Mickey Mouse or Pluto or something like that.
Right. So this is another design.
Finish my stitch. And it doesn't seem like I'm making a whole lot of progress on this ball, but I am.
Well, it was a ginormous ball.
It was. I mean, it's a 500. It's like a Miss Bab size. Yeah. Okay, so let's see here.
Wasn't it worsted though?
This is worsted.
Yeah.
All right. But
I got it for a crazy amazing price.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You bought it.
Or I got it for a crazy amazing price. You wouldn't let me buy it if it was not a crazy amazing price.
This was It might be a light worsted as well. It doesn't look like it's...
I feel like it's heavier than Miss Babs.
It might be. I don't know. Okay, my next one is in my large blue Universal Studios bag. And I worked on this during the Zoom.
I really like this new Stroop. It's really good.
Yeah, I like that. And I like the lemon one.
Yes.
I actually like all of them. Okay.
I want to try. I can't wait to try the spiced one.
And April has entered the building.
Yes, she has.
See, I finished the green, and I've just started the yellow. So April has entered the building.
I'm so glad that you remembered her that she could be added in there, because that's a lot nicer of a edging than Splinter.
Yeah. So I didn't want to do brown, so it would take out it's too dark then.
Yeah.
So this will be a little bit of fun. I don't know if I'm going to do this once around or twice around. I'll figure that out when I get to the corner here, the last corner.
What are you going to be doing for the corner? It wasn't originally edged, was it?
I've got the little, see.
Did you do a shell?
It's a very small shell.
I mean, 2, 3?
It's 2 and then an extra stitch, an extra chain, and then 2.
Okay.
I'm not giving away anything. It's just an edging.
Yeah.
So picking up the stitches on the side so I won't have to be so awkward after. I'll probably do one more, maybe 2. And that'll be done with this.
You see, Mom, you pick up stitches all the time for crochet. You should have no problem doing it for knitting. It's not that much different.
Let's see.
It really isn't. I think you're building it up in your head. You can totally do it. You do it for crochet all the time. It's not different. At all.
We will see what we will see.
I've tried to, give you confidence for this sweater where you have some picking up stitches. You could totally do it. If you can do that, you can pick up stitches for the sweater.
Hopefully I don't
Just
split them.
saying.
Yeah. I hope so.
And the nice thing is, when you pick up the stitch, it's not like it's once on your needle. It's there.
Right, it's there.
Okay. Sorry.
With crochet, you then have the stitches. You know where the stitches are. It's just picking up across the top and picking up across the bottom isn't the problem. Picking up on the sides.
Well, and that's with anything. But if you are able to pick up along the sides for crochet, you can do it for knitting. She even tells you, and Joanna Johnson even tells you in her pattern, how many to pick up.
Joanna Johnson is fabulous.
Oh, she is.
Yeah. And Joanna, I know you don't watch this, but we have to give her a little bit of a nod and say, hey, watch this portion of the show. We're talking about you. She's fabulous. And
yes, I think she shipped my book, too.
Oh, excellent. She is very personable. She is such a sweetheart.
Yes. I picked up her book that's it's not meant for adults, but I wanted the platypus.
I want the platypus.
Yes. I wanted to make the platypus for Mom. Let's put it that way.
It's adorable.
It's one of her books aimed at kids where her husband does the artwork.
Oh, he's good.
He's really good. His artwork's really cute. I love
Are they watercolor or color pencil?
I can't tell. We'll have to look at it when a little closer.
It's hard to tell with the photos.
But he had one in one of the books, not the one I picked up, a different one, where he had it looked like a bunch of birds were in this general store, and the birds were so well drawn. It was so cool. But yeah, I picked it up. There are people who pick up for the story for their kids. I'm going to enjoy the story, of course, because the artwork's beautiful. But I'm picking up for the pattern.
Yeah.
The one pattern. Although I'm sure there's other patterns on it.
She's she's one of those people that I actually like the patterns. Kay is one, Talia, of course, and then Joanna Johnson, because if I'm going to push myself, it has to be something I like.
Yeah.
And I like her stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's evidence that, your first couple sweaters that you've wanted to try have been her patterns. And, yeah, once you get your actual sweater started, you're doing your increases and stuff, and get comfortable with your make ones and stuff, I think you can get going. It's not hard. I really want...
And this is not... She does not... We do not get kickback from her either.
No, we don't. I actually need to take a picture because I told her I would, just because she didn't ask me to. I want to take a picture of my 2 Joanna Johnson sweaters together because it amuses me.
Right.
But I kind of want to wait now until I had the platypus started.
I wanted to see the family after you're done. I wanted to see that there's 5 or 6 in this house on the go. It should amuse her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we're not obsessive. No.
No.
We're just creepy people.
Okay. Well, witness the fact that how many K's we had on the go between the two of us.
You were quite bad for a while.
I know. I can't. I put all the blame on Kay. Yes. Yes, I do. Because I have no.
I say as I'm knitting one of Kay's socks. Is it my turn? What did you just do? What were we talking about?
I did.
Did we just do the thing with the yarn? Like the big yarn? Was that the crochet?
Oh,
thing?
I did the
turtle. Turtle. I don't know how we got from Turtle to Joanna Johnson picking up stitches.
Yes, that's it. Because you have seen it here. Our brain is mushy. Mushy.
I wouldn't say
a cook's louse. Mushy.
I wouldn't say it's mushy. I would say that it
Ventilated? Well ventilated.
No, I wouldn't even say that either. I would say that we have a lot of neurons going, and that we make many connections
All over the place.
all over the place.
I like that. That's, yes.
It makes us sound like we're actually more. Okay. So because I referenced this, and I'm done with this needle, I only started knitting on this again the other day when I was looking for a different project.
This is Dragonfly Fires, right?
It is. And then I realized I just had to finish the toe to be done with this
Let
sock.
me try. Maryland Crab.
Yep.
And this one is...
The one you love.
This is Rodeo.
Yes.
Well, we're calling Rodeo. It didn't have a name.
Now,
Rodeo.
Mom, if I have any left over from my toe, you said you wanted it.
I did?
Yes, because you wanted to look at the color because they're not dyeing it anymore.
Right.
So you wanted to mentally dissect it.
Yes.
But one sock's been done for Neon.
I have one that's close to it.
Yeah, I know you said you wanted me to give a little bit to you if I had some left, though. So.
Yeah. Well, take what you need for a square or whatever, and then...
Oh, I have others in my
You have
shelf.
other skeins?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have at least like one or two other skeins that I just hoard. I don't share.
I was very sad because when they were going out of business at the end, when they changed hands, we were at the Fiber Festival. That was 2 years ago, almost. And I went to see if they had that, and they didn't have it.
Well, this is a colorway that I don't think comes separate of the kit that I got it in.
Yeah.
Because I got a kit that was called Rodeo. It was like a sweater or something. So I don't know what the actual colorway name is. I don't think it is Rodeo.
No, I don't think so because...
I'm wondering if it was a color she just dyed for the kit.
Yeah.
Because that's the only... That's why I have so much of it. I got, I think, enough for a size bigger than what I actually needed. Because I was afraid I'd run out because I usually lengthen my sleeves. So I have a fair amount of this. And I hoard it because I know I won't be able to get it again. Even when they were still going, I wasn't sure I could get it again. And Mom always loves when I put it in stuff. And it matches beautifully
It does.
with this Maryland.
the
And
same
I
dye.
wish I can get this Maryland crab again, but this was a one time.
I don't know if I have any of that.
I love this.
I thought I had some of that.
I thought you said the other day that you did.
I don't
Like
know
you
what I
found
did.
some.
Yeah, I'm going to have to see what I do with
This is one of my favorite colors that she does. That's variegated. Because I'm not usually a variegated person.
Except for the one that you had dreams about, and
Oh, the Christmas one.
that was pretty.
That was weird. I have never dreamt about yarn before, but I literally dreamt about how much I wanted that skein. It was a Christmas yarn. I do have to finish knitting that one into socks.
I have to contact Laura about her Christmas color because I need to tell her I still want that.
But look at that, guys! Isn't it pretty? It makes me think of the red cells, the blood cells oxygenated and deoxygenated.
Of course it does, because you're a vampire.
Well, it first occurred to me when I was at a cardiovascular conference knitting on this, and then now I can't unsee it, and I think it's beautiful.
Okay then. You're really disturbing.
Why is it disturbing?
Anyway.
It's good that we have red blood cells.
Yes, it is. It's disturbing that you see them everywhere.
I don't see
Okay.
them everywhere. I just see them in the sock.
Uh-huh. All right. In my Plover Bird Pink and Purple Teacups bag is
We'd be
my
vampires if we didn't have
Comfy
red blood
Cozy Shawl project from the Scrap Shawl Pattern by Anastasia Zattel. And this is another one I do a lot of projects with. I made a fair amount of progress on this. I have to be careful with my hook here.
Oh, that's still be nice, Mom.
Thank you.
You can even compare it in size with mine because I pulled mine over here when I changed to orange clothes.
See? So you can see I've got this moving along. I have to see how much...
It's definitely very you, whereas this one you made for me is very me. Although, I shockingly wear a fair amount of blue. Davina's even commented on it.
We wear a fair amount of whatever color we feel like wearing.
You don't usually wear orange.
Not a whole lot. I will wear this though. This color.
Yes, but it's not like it's like I won't be like, oh, that's a color that you wear a lot.
I don't wear this. I do wear a lot of this in the fall. I haven't in the past, but there was a time.
It's enough that Davina will be like, you're wearing Talia's color.
She never says that you're wearing my colors. Apparently, you can wear anything.
Probably because she doesn't consider blue anyone's one domain, except if it's a certain shade of blue. If I was to wear this blue,
That's hers.
that's her color. And it actually is. Like, I have a shawl that's that. And honestly, I should have given it to her because it's her color. But I was in love with the really pretty blue-gray that was the main part of it. And I couldn't bring myself to
And she
give it to
doesn't do
anybody.
shawls.
She doesn't. but it really matches her color better.
Hold it up. I want to see something. I want to see how... Let's see. I might be at the point where I want to put the next color in, but I'm not sure. Let's see.
Well, I don't know when you put the next color in on this one.
We just count
because they blend really prettily.
4, 2, 3, 4. I might do an extra 1 or 2 rows on this one.
And it's a scrap shawl, Mom. It doesn't have to be exactly.
Well, I'm just trying to get an idea, because then I think I'm going to put in like something like this or something. I thought I had a brighter blue. This is where I wanted to see if the zing would work, but I think the zing might be too...
not where you have it not right now. You have to have something else in there to bring
Well,
the
I was
zing
thinking, because you have that gold.
in. And that's true. I mean, maybe when you want a little pop of something.
Well, that's what I was saying, because it would be a small thread.
Because this one is also, like this variegated here stands out a lot more. Mm-hmm. It all depends on what you're going for. Actually, I'm a little chilly now.
Yeah, all right. You want me to turn off the fan?
No, I want the fan.
Okay.
Unless you're cold.
No, I'll be all right. So, I have a bunch of yarn in here. I'm about to have to take it all out of the bag and see what I'm going to do
I'd rather
next.
be a little chilly than hot.
Yeah, me too. Let me put this hook back in the bag. So
Besides, now I can put on my... This is probably my most comfortable shawl. Mm-hmm. I actually was quite distressed when I thought I lost it when it was actually downstairs.
Yeah, I would have probably maybe bopped you upside of the head.
I knew it was in the house.
So,
it's not like I go anywhere.
The good thing about this is that it grows really fast. So,
I probably wouldn't let this leave the house because I'd be afraid of losing it.
Right. Lucky to Be a Lady asked me about a pattern, a shawl pattern, and I did respond to you. I haven't given you the pattern yet because I'm not sure if you want the Surabelle scarf pattern. She called it a shawl pattern, and I wonder if that's because I was making a stole.
That might be, and so, I bet that I personally think that's what she meant. But
so yeah, I waited. So Lucky to Be a Lady. I think is that Donna. I think. Anyway, if you're watching, contact me either on YouTube or on the threads at PHN and let me know if it's a Surabelle you want. Okay, I'll be happy to send it to you. I just want to make sure I give you
even
the right
if you're
thing.
not sure how to spell it.
Yeah, I'll know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so next, this is probably the easiest of the. Well, actually, the one I worked on last. Blup, blup, blup. Here we go. Come here. Don't knock over my teeth. Come here. There.
It's thirsty. Apparently you have a thirsty bag.
I love the feel of this bag. This is one of those bags you just kind of want to hug because it's soft.
It is.
And you... Oh, I forgot to show the bag for my sock. It's my...
Kickapoo bags.
Thank you. Her tag's wearing. Kickapoo bags, bag, teacups bag. Mom got the really pretty brown. I got kind of the disgusting green color.
Aw, poor little bag.
I like everything on it. It's just that kind of like icky...
It's kind of a chartreuse, but not quite.
I know someone must like that color, but I don't like that shade of green. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like that greeny yellow that's kind of like bleh.
Well, it's not not bad, not as bad as what they had back in the I don't know, late 60s and the 70s, where it was like this avocado or ugh.
I don't know. I think avocado would be prettier.
No.
It sounds like it'd be more green.
It was, but it was always paired with yellow, and it just...
That's what Steubenville's colors are.
No, but this was just horrible.
Well, no, because in some of the pictures, okay, my alma mater, in some pictures, sometimes they actually have a really nice dark, pretty green and the gold.
That's like our sweatshirts.
Yeah. So at one point, I found like one of our... it was like something for one of our pictures with our logo or something, and it had a really nasty green, and like I called it a puke green, and like a mustard yellow, and it was gross. I'm glad they changed it to like
forest green
and gold because it's a lot prettier. But I was like, Steubenville, you must have picked these colors.
Well, how lucky was I how blessed was I in terms of school colors? Both my high schools and my college were blue and white.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. And Daddy was blue and gold. Mm-hmm. I think. So I have his jacket somewhere. But and Seton was blue and white. Mm. So that was kind of cool. I wouldn't have minded green and gold if it's a forest green.
But not whatever that was. I guess it must have been an old, like, 70s, like you said.
Oh, it's awful. It's not that I don't like the color avocado. It was like they would put this...
That's what happens when you let friars choose colors?
it was like... like this olive drabby kind of avocado, and then this mustardy kind of icky kind of yellow, and they put it together, and it just looks horrible. And I apologize for anybody who likes it. This is my taste.
Yes.
I don't care for that. And
this might be your color. Great.
it almost matches Senna. Senna's more yellow. But
No, Senna's more yellow. This is like, it looks like wilted grass.
yeah, that colorway is Marigold Jen. It's much prettier. But, yeah.
That's what makes me think, when grass starts getting that kind of like, it starts going yellow
Yeah.
as it's starting to die.
Yeah.
Dying grass. That's this color.
Aw. Poor little bag.
But it's got a lot of pretty teacups on it.
But it's a pretty little bag. Poor thing.
So, that was a big rant on how much I dislike this color.
And
Okay.
I, of course, personify everything because apparently the bag has feelings.
Oh, Mama, actually, I tend to do this if I'm not the one bashing the thing as well. I forget what it was that Dad was saying that something was just like so ugly, and both Mom were like, "Oh, we love it. It's so cute because it's ugly, and you said it was ugly, and you hurt its feelings."
Because it totally has feelings.
Because it totally had feelings, whatever that thing was. And so then we felt bad for it and had to love that on it.
Yep.
Our brains are weird. Okay, Joanna Johnson. Let's go ahead and pull
Is it
her
your
back
turn
into
again?
things. I hadn't finished.
Oh, you. Okay.
I got distracted because I didn't say the bag before this project.
Distraction zone.
And then we got off on the disgusting color this bag was, and I forgot to actually show
bag.
my project.
Poor bag.
Hang on. No, okay. Mom, make sure my DPN's still here. Okay. Alright, so in my not disgusting colored bag.
Oh, yeah. Poor little bag.
Okay.
Mean and cruel. Nasty.
In my lovely soft pink bag with brown. I do actually, even though I'm not a pink girl, I love the combination of this pink with the brown.
Well, this brown has got some, I don't know if it's because of the pink that's near it or it actually has some kind of a tint of pink in it.
Well, and the pink also has a tint of brown in it.
No, the pink actually has brown
Flecks, yeah.
flecks.
I don't actually see any, I think it's just its proximity to the pink.
It could be.
It feels like a chocolate brown to me. And I just love the combination. That's one thing that, I'm not a pink girl, but I really do like pink and brown together. They look really nice.
I might have to take a picture of this because I have an idea.
That works. Okay, so I'm using Miss Babs Yowza in the colorway Squash Blossom.
Yay.
Yes? Okay. And this is Joanna Johnson's
Not butternut squash.
Comfort Myself with My Music. It's from her Little Women's Knits book, and I call this my canary song.
Very
So, and actually, from what I gather from the picture, it doesn't go this way, it goes this way. Which is kind of weird to my brain, but my brain says it should be the other way. I'm not used to knitting sweaters side to side. My brain says, but it should be like this. So, but it's apparently like this.
I think Joanna should know.
I would think she would know too. But just by looking on the cover where the Beth stand-in is wearing this, it looks like it's like this.
That makes sense. The panel.
You see, my brain says, no, the panel should be like this.
That works too.
Yes, they both work. But I think that you wouldn't get the width that's necessary because it's a wide sweater, and I know by looking at this I would not have the width if I was going this way. It makes more sense because I'm still building my width for it to go this way. So I usually work on this on the weekend.
Okay, let's see here. Just stop this for a minute. All right, in my Kikiboo Holiday Owls bag. Not disgusting. Very cute.
You know, now the bag is going to start weeping because if we're going to go every single bag, this one's not disgusting, unlike that bag.
Nice bag. This is a nice bag.
She's literally petting my bag, guys.
Poor bag. Mean, nasty, and cruel.
Hey, I didn't make the jab at it this time. You did.
No, I just said that mine wasn't disgusting. I didn't say anything about the other bag. So this is
Don't think my bag didn't notice.
a pretty hat. Pretty baby hat. On a Cindy Wood loom. And I think this is originally, Laura Concert gave this to me, and I think it's actually a sock loom, but I'm using it for
Hey, whatever
baby
works.
hats. Okay? And this yarn is, I Love the Stripes by Hobby Lobby.
Let me just finish these next couple stitches on this needle so I don't lose the stitches. Or the stitch marker. There we go. So, next for me, let's continue with the Joanna Johnson theme. In my Silver Shed USA Kitties in the News bag. Okay, here we go. We will do this one. Okay. So, our news for today comes from Scoop Somali. The search is over. The search for America's top cat has finally come to an end. Finalists competed last week, and it was unanimous. Hal's house cat's hula hoop talents were like nothing ever seen in this competition. He dazzled friend and foe alike with his rendition of Cat Who Swallowed the Canary, a hooping routine that ended in a roar of applause. Lucky for kitties around the country that Hal intends to end his amateur status and hit the catwalk next year.
Very fun.
So,
when I saw that bag, I knew I had to get that for you. It was just so much fun.
It is a lot of fun. And it feels like, I mean, I know I'm going to start hitting repeats pretty soon.
Yeah. There's not that many on there, so.
But they have actually surprisingly a fair amount, because they do like newspapers. It's not just one newspaper. It's like it's layered things, because you have small stories in here as well. Like that one's a really small story.
Yep.
Oh, isn't she cute?
She's adorable.
We might have to do her next time. She makes me think of Eva Gabor.
Yes.
Anyway, was it Ava or which one was it? Because I'm thinking
I think it was Jaja who was in. Was it Ava or Jaja who was in Green Acres?
Maybe it was Jaja. I thought that Ava was
the voice of
the mouse, and Bianca was actually who I was thinking of when I was looking at this, because I don't automatically think of
Davina.
Were they both Ava?
No, I think one was one and one was the other. I think Davina would know.
Davina would know. Yeah. So I did work some on my. I call this my Lake of Shining Waters. It is the Anne's sweater. I'm using Knit Picks Andean Treasure in the Sapphire Heather colorway. It's really pretty. This will be a very soft sweater. Yeah. So it's and you can see, Mom, how it doesn't curl quite so much as it started. I mean, it still curls because it's stockinette and it's alpaca. But you can start seeing that it's starting to have some shape to it.
Right.
And I think I definitely got the right size this time, because when I put it over here, you can kind of see where's my other band?
Are we doing it top down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like so. And then there's where it's split, like, there we go. It's like there. The seam, you can see where the seam would build for the shoulder a little bit. Right. And then you have where
you pick up the seams.
Yeah.
Stitches. Pick up these stitches.
And like I said, you are totally up to that.
We'll see. I hope so.
Oh, you are. And remember, she's very nice and tells you how many stitches to pick up for how many rows.
I don't like it. I look some of the patterns, and this is true in crochet too, when they just say, pick up stitches along the side.
Well, there's the patterns that, and my nice little pink book, Knit Speak, helped me with this. Even though it doesn't have a ton of pictures like a lot of books, it's my go-to knit book.
And I had that book as well, finally got it.
Probably because it was my first one with terms. Once you fall in love with one, you don't really like to look at any other ones. But I hate the patterns. I have had to refer to my Knit Speak book when they do this, where they just go, decrease evenly. Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you very much. Go look at their math formula. Because it's different if you're decreasing evenly flat or in the round.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
And I think it's the same thing for increases. So that book is amazing. Again, not paid for that.
They know us. Most of them know us that we like something. We tend to, wax poetic about it.
Tout it?
Yes. That's a very old term, wax poetic.
I'm familiar with it.
Yeah. I forget where I heard it first, but it was a long time ago when I was a kid, reading something or other.
Well, it sounds like something you'd read in a book. Because I don't think I've ever really heard anyone say it in real life. I think I've only read it.
No, I haven't. Well, it's not might have been used back when it was being written and stuff like that. But, I don't remember where I even saw it. It might have been, one of those classic books that we read sometimes.
Right.
Okay, let me just go to the next one. Okay, in my Bags by Awesome Granny Fireflies bag, which I still haven't changed my project out of here. I need to. This is my bag end wrap from the Burl Wrap pattern by K.F. Jones. And I did a little bit on this. I'm still on the same color because there's quite a few rows to go. So,
and actually, after you go about this, I probably should say what this pattern is, because it's also case I didn't say the name of the pattern. We got so distracted by the colorway.
Right. So,
And the bag.
and this is all, let me see. It's Dragonfly Fibers and I think some Miss Babs.
I thought you had some Miss Babs in there.
So, that's this. And I don't know what the colorways are because a lot of these were in other projects, and I don't know.
Right, so they're leftovers.
Right.
Which is what that project's really meant for.
Right.
What I forgot to say, and I should have said, also K.F. Jones. This is not my next project. I will have an actual next project.
Yeah, I will let you go
This
to it.
is Choose Your Own House socks.
I thought that's what it was.
Yeah. So that's... I forgot to say that. Alright, let me stick my needle in here and then on to the next one. Let me kind of free this bag. Come here. Erg. In my Silver Shed USA PHM Faces bag. This is the red version. There was also, when we did them, a blue version and a gray version. Long time ago. And this is my my colorwork tunic. That's my name for it. It's actually tunic with Valdrace pattern, I believe, and it comes from a book about Scandinavian knits and all like Scandinavian sweaters. There's some mittens. I don't think there's any fingerless mitts, and there's a couple hats, I think, but it's primarily things like sweaters. So I will have color work eventually. I'm at the point where I think I have some increases. Because I think I finally widened enough. And that's why I haven't gone any farther, because I know I need to do something else with it. Hang on, my yarn is all caught. Oh, there's my, hold on. So yeah, not a whole lot to see with this. This is shepherd's wool. I mean, you can see that it's grown, but it's, at this point, still fairly bland. There's no interest other than the fact that it's grown. Whoopsie, it's a bunny.
It's a bunny.
You okay?
It's too crowded here. Okay.
So this is shepherd's wool in the colorway Frosty Blue. And this is something I've had forever. And I'm not going to name off all the other colors that I'm going to be putting in the yoke until I get to that point. If I even have all the ball bands for them anymore.
Okay.
Most of it in here is shepherd's wool of some sort. I do love this Frosty Blue, though. I'm glad that I had a sweater's worth of it.
Daddy's, right?
No, this is mine.
Oh, yours, okay.
Dad's will come up later.
Okay. Did you only do the one project, or did you have to do another one?
No, I only did the one. I just waxed poetic about it.
You wax Poetic, see?
Yeah.
I started a trend. See how many times...
You didn't start a trend. That's like a thing that's been around since before either of us were born.
I'm talking about recently, you elbow head.
I feel like I read it in a book like fairly recently, but I think I read it in more of like a waxing poetic versus a waxed poetic. Like,
Well, that's past tense.
yeah.
So, okay.
Oops, this bunny. I'll have to put that back in the bag.
All right, let me just finish the stitch here.
My stroop is all gone.
My tea is all gone.
That was a really good stroop.
Let me see here. Okay. Stephanie's probably going, stop it!
I know, that is rather mean, isn't it? Oh, well, we're helping her,
Latin rest.
with her Lenten suffering.
Sacrifices.
Sacrifices, pull the sacrifice bead.
Stephanie. She's going to bop us one.
Uh-huh.
She's going to come to the Liturgy of the Hours and bop us one.
You shouldn't bop people at prayer. Nope.
She says she would be well within her rights.
Is that what she said?
Yes.
Mom is now speaking for you, Stephanie.
Yes, I
Where's
am.
my other sock?
I need my shawl. Hold on. I'm a little chilly. Okay. Taya made this for me.
Well, I initially made it for me, but it's a little lightweight for me. It's also not my preferred shape. I think also my shoulders are broader, so it doesn't cover as much of my arms when I wear it.
Okay. My next one is in... Oh, this is Joanna Johnson. Okay. This is my Oh Druid sweater
Oh, good, you did work on it.
from the Anne of Green Gables collection. It's the
So
Anne
proud of
sweater.
you.
Thank you. This is Turbo Knitter Yellow Bag. Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse. I did do a whole lot because I got distracted and then things happened. But I did.
I am so really proud of you.
I did some make ones.
Oh, Mom, I'm so proud of you. How do you feel about them?
I can't see them. I have to take the needle. I have to take this needle and go from the back and pull it up so I can see it.
Well, what you do, okay, so you're seeing like that?
Yeah.
You can see where that
Yeah.
is? Okay, well, I generally use that. I first lift it. Then, since this is make one left,
That's what I'm talking about.
and then I do that, pull this out like this, and then I do my make
Yeah,
one.
I do it slightly different, but that's essentially the idea.
Yeah,
I
because
can't-
you can't do it otherwise.
I can't see it. So,
Yeah, you have to pull it up before you're able to do it.
and I have done. Where's my thing? I have something.
You'll be
Oh,
an
it's down here.
old pro at this.
I have done this. I have something where did I put it?
Let's look at your notes about make one left to make one right.
Oh, here it is. I think.
Wow, you write on your pattern a lot more than I do.
I'm trying to see. Now this is the beginning. I'm not sure. Oh, this is a swatch. That's a swatch.
What are you
Okay.
looking for?
I'm looking for how many times I've done
The make ones?
the make ones. Cause
Oh, I
have
can
it.
tell you. Let me see. I can just look at your knitting and tell you.
Because I know I stopped after like the first or second set. But
Let's see. There's one make one. I think you've only made one set.
I'm going to have to find.
Yeah, it looks like you only made one set, Mom.
Yeah, and did the return trip.
Yeah. So that's... You haven't done
Oh,
more.
here's my notebook. Let me see. Maybe it's in here.
Yeah, but as far as I can tell by just looking at your knitting, besides which you started out with 2 stitches over here, you have 3, so that tells me you just made one make one.
Okay.
The way that you can tell, and I've done this before to count my rows, because I know I start with 2 stitches, I then count how many more than 2 I have, and
that's
then I know
idea.
how many make ones I've done.
Let me see here. I think I'm right. No, I can't. Maybe I didn't start doing that yet. I don't know, because this looks like something different.
But yeah, you've done only one set of make ones.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll talk to you about that later. I thought I had something where I was writing it down, but
You
maybe
probably do have it somewhere. I sure hope so. Anyway,
Well,
you really need to write it down.
I put 2 extra skeins of yarn in here because of the because of the stash enhancements from last week, and now I
now
don't
you
know.
can't find stuff.
I can't find stuff in here, so I don't see any papers. Oh well, it's yeah. So I was proud of myself. I got Kay's tutorial
Good job.
and watched it a couple times and did it with her. Kept stopping it. The tutorial didn't like me very much. I kept stopping it, so kind of got annoyed. But yeah, so that's that. Made a little bit of progress.
I'm really proud of you.
Thanks.
I was wondering if I would have to, I was getting ready to be like push you a little bit, but you pushed yourself. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay, so in my Silver Shed USA Bat Signal bag, this is the one I've been working on most of the week, and it's probably going to show with the progress. Because what's nice about this is it's just stockinette until for like 17 inches, and then so okay, that works. And I'm obviously not 17 inches yet.
And I'm sorry I had to interrupt her, but before I forgot that we were just talking about the name of the podcast.
So this is Dad's fundamental men's sweater. The colorway, well, this is Cascade 220 in the colorway Puget Sound.
And that's done in pieces, so it's not like it's going to be super small.
Yeah, no, this is the back piece. And what's really nice about it is because I've really had a bad week with fatigue and light sensitivity, I don't have to look at this while I'm knitting it. And I know I just have a long period of just stockinette.
And you don't have to count rows, you just go.
I just go. So I don't have a lot of projects like that because I tend to be a more complex knitter. But this has been actually a joy to have on the needles because I've needed it.
I need to get
I
on.
probably should have some sort of boring sweater on the needles at some point.
I need to get on the stick for that because I think that would be good for me. It would be just, I could just go, like you say.
Yeah.
Now, somebody asked, I don't remember who it was, and I apologize, what this is.
Oh.
And where we can get it. You can get them on Etsy, you can get them on Amazon.
And they're just called like...
A needle protector.
Needle protector, I think. And it's just basically like almost like it's not quite. Is this PVC?
It might be PVC pipe. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
It's metal though.
But it's this pipe, and not all of them have it on both ends.
No.
Most of our preferred ones only have it on one end. But this is what I had available. Also, it worked because these needles are too big to fit together on one side.
Yeah, because when I have the two like 10.5 or whatever,
and this is a 10.
I use one on each side, but if it's like an 8 or below, you can fit two on the same
I think
end.
you might be able to fit a 9, possibly.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
But yeah, this works for my 10. Now, if I was doing something in the round, I wouldn't be doing it this way. But because this is in pieces, I can.
And why don't you explain why you wouldn't do it in the round that way?
In the round, because what it would do, and that's why I don't do it when I'm in the middle of the row. I always finish the row. I would feel like it would be pulling my stitches apart. Unless my needle was a lot longer, and if it's in the round, it's not going to be a ton longer. So this motion takes up it makes a very definite shape, and that would pull my stitches too far for my liking. So, but because this is flat, it doesn't matter.
Okay, cool. All right, do you have anything else?
I do have one more.
Okay.
Let me just put this back in the bag. Stop. Oh, I forgot to grab one of my bags. I think I forgot to mark that I worked on it because I thought I did. No, maybe I only thought about it. No, I think I did like part of a row. I did very, very, very little of Davina's Christmas stocking.
Oh, okay.
But then I put it away because my eyes were hurting me. I thought it was this week. Maybe it was last week.
It's hard to keep it straight.
And then I switched to something else. That's why I forgot that I worked on it. I don't think I even remembered to write it down. But if I worked on it, that's all I worked on it, and that's why I don't have it here. This was a surprise. I ended up working on it and realized how close I was. I need to get get going on it. This is Augusta. You guys probably don't remember Augusta.
So
Come here,
cute.
sweetie.
Yay!
Now she is partially put together. She is the Untitled Pattern, and she's the Bunny Knit Teddy pattern. And there is an actual Knit Teddy.
I actually have that pattern.
I do too. And I am in the process of doing, I think it's one of her legs. It might be one of her arms. I can't remember.
And this is flat as well, isn't it?
It is flat. It's flat and seamed. So I feel like your head is disproportionately large.
I like it.
But I think it is, if you look at the toy, it is how she's supposed to be. And once she has her limbs attached, I think it won't look so awkward. And then when I'm done with her limbs, I can start making her clothes. Probably will be the nurse's outfit first. But she is super cute. This is Lion's brand. It's Black Canyon colorway. Can't remember.
That Heritage or Heartland or whatever.
Heartland.
Yeah.
So, and this is just some, I think it's some old blue that I had from...
A Cascade or something?
No, that's actually, remember that colorway, that the yarn that Lion's brand had for a while? Not Lion brand, Hobby Lobby had for a while. It wasn't called Hobby Lobby, it was like...
Yarn Bee?
No, it's not Yarn Bee. It was just, maybe it was a Hobby Lobby brand, and it was this electric blue that they had. That I used to use in any project I wanted to call Nightwing.
It might have just been Hobby Lobby, I love this yarn, and that blue.
I want to say it had a different name, and it was only at Hobby Lobby, but I can't remember because I don't have a full skein of it anymore. I offered it to Davina or gave it away because I don't work a lot with it. It's kind of rough for my hands, but it's perfect for this because I thought that she needed bright eyes because she's so dark.
They're cute.
And blue just seemed perfect, and that was my brightest blue. So yeah, happy to have her at this point because really she and my bunny from Mary Jane's Tea Room are approximately at the same place. I think I have all the limbs and the body together for the Mary Jane's Tea Room one. I'm knitting the ears and the head and everything, and then I have to finish doing his clothes. So it's like we're approximately the same place, just coming from different directions. He's a little bit more complex, though, I think, with more shaping and stuff. Whereas this one's very simple and nice.
Okay, awesome. Looks very cute.
So,
So, do you have any of those?
I do not. I was hoping to have something, but I didn't.
Okay, I have two. You noticed that I had a little tiny preemie hat on here. A new one. So, I did finish the preemie hat. So cute. Little baby hat. Isn't that cute? Little baby hat. Okay, so that's done. And then I finished, you guys noticed there was a definite glaring omission in my stuff
Oh,
today.
yes, there was.
In my Ploverbird, no. Yes, Ploverbird?
That is Ploverbird, yes.
Ploverbird bag is the stole.
Oh, yay, Mom.
So this is ginormous. It is absolutely...
How much yarn do you have left, or any?
Um,
Sorry, just trying to fix this on you there. Wow, nice going.
so, yeah, this is huge. And I have to keep remembering this is a stole and not a shawl. So you
Oh,
wear it-
because you're like, where is my...
you wear it a little lower.
Oh,
Because if you don't, you have absolutely no coverage on your back. And I guess it doesn't really matter. This thing is ginormous, and it's really warm.
that's
So,
nice.
Yeah, and this isn't blocked. I will not block it. It will be too big if I block it. I mean, it might widen out, though.
Yeah, my wife.
So, but,
you know, I guess it all depends on how you block it.
right. If I block it, I will probably block it
Wider.
to pull it wider
Yeah.
a little bit, and not so much with the length.
Yeah.
But it's actually, it's perfect. If I had maybe done an extra row or two wide, I would have lost a little bit of the length, but it might have been okay as well,
Uh-huh.
because this is really, my wingspan, it's longer than my wingspan by several inches. I mean, maybe even 1.5 feet or something.
It's long.
So it's really long. And I really love the colors. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it. Maybe I'll give it to my mom
But she might not.
for a gift, or I might not. We'll see. So it's really, really pretty.
Only
but it
time
has to be-
will tell. Tune in.
It has to be someone who knows how to,
Take care of it. Yeah.
because it's non-superwash.
Yeah.
So, and I was really glad that I did something with this yarn, because it was sitting there, and it was this original price for this was like $85. I got it, I think, for $30 or something like that.
Yeah, you got
was-
it really
It was
cheap.
really cheap for this, given the yardage was like 890 yards or something.
I mean, that was all one skein.
It was all one skein.
That's pretty impressive.
So I was really happy to finish this.
I feel bad for the person. They probably priced it lower because they had it on at their actual price for a long time,
Yeah.
and then no one was biting.
I
And
think it's
they
absolutely
must
gorgeous.
have put a lot of work in dyeing
It's absolutely gorgeous. And
I can't imagine what a bear that would have been, like dyeing that much of a yarn.
You have to have the size of the kettle or whatever it is you're using. I'm not sure how they dyed this. I have to look at it. But it looks like it might have been painted, or it might have been kettle dyed.
But even that, painting would be hard too.
painted would be a pain in the neck, because you'd have this depth, of yarn to get
Yeah.
to. Very
So
nice.
I feel bad for that person because they definitely didn't get their full. You got a nice deal, but they definitely didn't get paid for their full.
I like to
effort.
think that maybe they had several and they sold most of them,
and that maybe that was just the only one.
and that was the only one left. That's
Yeah.
what I would like to think, because it is fall colors, kind of summer going into fall, and I can't see that people wouldn't buy it. It's really pretty. I wish it was years and years and years ago, and I wish that I had a way to show them
right.
what it became, but I don't. So, okay.
Alrighty, so then that generally leads on to from FOs. Oh, do you have anything for graphic novel?
No.
I do have a little bit for beads and string. Not a ton. Every time I picked up something, I was like, oh, I need to nail polish that. I don't feel like dealing with it. But then I got an order yesterday, and I ended up starting that. And thankfully, I think also the other thing is my blue hematite beads are being a pain in the neck. And I need to nail polish the
They are?
cord a lot more. It just happens sometimes. I think it was the blue ones. No, it's not the blue ones. It might be the green ones. I can't remember which one. Oh, the purple ones are being a pain in the neck. That's what it is. So the purple ones and I are having an argument. So I kind of like am ignoring it right now because they're in trouble in my book.
They're in timeout.
Yeah, they're in timeout. So I am looking for vicinity. Okay, there it is. I started, a friend of mine ordered as a gift for her husband. I'm not going to say names because, yeah.
'Cause he does sometimes. No.
No, can't say anything.
No.
But this is, there's the Holy Family centerpiece with the royal blue paracord. And this goes really nice and quickly. The beads are nice to work with this cord. They're actually the size of hole that they claim they to be.
I should have pulled out my rosary because it's the same one I have.
Yes, it is. When I made yours, I didn't have the paracord yet. It was the other cord.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Now that one's holding up. After I fixed it, it seems to be holding up pretty well.
Well, you gave me a little more space.
Yeah. I'm trying to make sure I have enough space on here, but granted, it's also a stronger cord. I mean, the other one's good. No one else has complained about it. But
well, I didn't complain. It just
no. I'm saying it. No one has complained about it. No one else has stated they had any issues with it. That's what I meant by complained.
And I can be hard on my rosary, so
we're both hard on our stuff. So yeah, that got some work done on it. And yeah, this is my rosary bag. It's a bunny bag.
Of course it is.
And I keep the ones that are orders.
It's a bow tie bunny bag.
In this sheepy bag.
Let's get it right. Bunnies and bow ties.
Yes, they are bunnies and bow ties. They're fancy dress bunnies.
Yep. White tie?
White tie. Well, no, some of them have, like, there's a blue tie. That one doesn't have a tie at all. They have glasses.
Why do they have glasses, though? They're not even their carrots.
You know what? These are nerd bunnies.
Oh, are they?
Because, look, they've got bow ties, and they have glasses.
Yeah.
And bow ties tend to be more associated with nerdiness than ties are for some reason.
I'm not sure about that. Oh, they got little.
Well, there's different shaped glasses.
Yeah, I
like this one has, you know, those red glasses that you think of, like, was it Mrs. Beasley or something?
Yeah.
Wearing, or...
Well, I think hers were round.
Yeah. But you usually think of, like... I know it's a bit of a caricature, but, you know, those... It's generally an older lady, and she's a bit, like, cranky or whatever, and she has these red, you know...
Oh, you're talking about the...
Oh, you know, it was a cartoon.
Yes, it's that cartoon old lady with the hair piled up here.
And she has those red glasses. It was like in the Sunday paper or whatever.
Yeah, she's cranky.
I don't remember what her name is.
I've only seen her on when people post little snippets on.
So that's what these glasses make me think of, are her glasses. Even though her glasses are more like this.
Yeah.
But it's close to the shape. And then some of these bunnies have like really pale glasses. And there's different bow ties. So yes, these are my nerdy bunny this is my nerdy bunny bag. Okay, then that leads us on to stash enhancement.
Okay, do you have any?
I have a little bit.
So do I.
Come here. And by a little bit, I mean one.
Me too. I mean, I got some t-shirt. That doesn't count.
That doesn't really count. So I picked up this really pretty cover for my Book of Christian Prayer, which is just a 1-volume form of the 4 volumes of Liturgy Hours. And I had never I always wondered why books came with this
snap, yeah.
This snap, and it's like suddenly it clicked. Oh, it so can lay flat. Because it does lay flat that way. When you try to do it the other way, it won't. So it's like, oh, it all makes sense now. Only just now realizing after years of using these kind of covers. To be fair, not all my covers have that kind of snap. And this is a nice little leather cover.
It's really pretty.
They had an option of one with a plastic front on it, but I don't care. If there's a plastic, they want so you could put like a holy card or something in there. Plastic front is just going to come off and look cheap after a while.
For a leather thing like that.
For a leather thing like that. Because a lot of times I feel like that plastic thing could get torn or ripped or something, and then you just have like this jagged area on the front of your prayer thing. I'd much rather have this really pretty embossing. It's only $1 more, so it was worth it. Worth it.
Okay, and I got this.
Put this over here.
I love the name of this. It's the Divine Office for Dodos. And this is for help with the Liturgy of the Hours because I haven't been doing it for very long. I did Office of Readings for a while by myself, but the Liturgy of the Hours itself was always a little confusing.
Yeah, what happened was... Whoops, it's funny.
Yeah, I don't have any tea. My tea is gone. Oh.
Ouch!
Apparently I can't hold this. There, I'll try it again. The Divine Office for Dodos. And it's very specific. It's got chapters that you're supposed to read in order, and then it's got little self-checks. So I should be able to learn really well how to do the Liturgy of the Hours.
And I like, even though a lot of this, the basics I know, and I am self-taught for the most part. I mean, I prayed it with other people, and that's how I would learn. But what I like about it is it also goes through some of the reasons why things are the way they are. So for me, that's actually more the reason. And also, I'm using this, and also there might be things that I could be doing wrong just because I'm not fully taught.
Because I did do some morning prayer on my own, but usually I did the night prayer, and I did the Office of Readings. And I don't know that I did it right because I was self-taught.
Right. So we have coming in also, this has a set of bookmarks and ribbons that come with it. You can mark exactly the way they tell you so you're sure you're doing it right. So we have a set coming in. And it should arrive today
Now
after the podcast.
We have at least one person in the group who does liturgy with us. If you are interested, this is the Divine Office for Dodos, a step-by-step guide to praying the Liturgy of the Hours by Madeline Pecora Nugent. Okay, if you're interested in that, I know we have at least one person who does the liturgy with us. I know we have a couple other people who might be interested in this. If you didn't catch the name, contact one of us and we'll get it to you. Okay?
But it's not, it says for dodos and you immediately think, oh, it's like Idiot's Guide or Dummy's Guide. But the way she handles it is really funny. She actually like refers to us as like we're Dodo's the bird. So it's like, hang on, I want to find the little section I read to you, which was just so hilarious. Okay, it is... Oh, I might not be able to find it. Hold on. Because it was really funny.
Well, she's looking for that. The sections are really neat. Before you begin, introduction, praying to the Divine Office as a rule of life, constructing bookmarks and ribbons, and then you go on to the next section, which is getting familiar with the breviary, and it has a whole bunch of little breakdown there. Section 2, general instruction. Section 3, praying night prayer. So it goes into detail. Everything's divided into, it looks like at least 5 to 10 sections.
Yeah, they really do a nice job dividing it.
And then you've got a huge amount of appendices, like A through U.
Okay, so here's the section that's funny. So like I said, she refers to you like your dodo as the bird, and she even has a little dodo on the front.
Dodo right here.
But lessons work for everyone. If you're a fast-learning dodo, speed up the lessons. If you're a slow-learning dodo, slow them down. But please do not be an erratic dodo and skip around. Be an orderly dodo, taking lessons in order, just as they are written, and learning the material in each before waddling on. You might be a confused dodo who has noticed that different religious communities pray the Divine Office a bit differently. And then the part I really love is, you might be a frustrated dodo who has tried to pray the Divine Office and stomped on your breviary in disgust. So it's that kind of little bit of humor that's kind of laced throughout, which makes it a little bit of a joy to read.
Yeah, so that's that. That was my enhancement.
And I had this. I apparently had this for a while. I found it. I've been going through my boxes of stuff downstairs so we could clear out things I don't need anymore, like, I don't know, old school books or books that people gave me that I am never going to read or that I have doubles of, and clearing things out. And while I was going through, I found this, and I must have picked this up at some point, or someone must have given it to me at some point. I don't know how long I've had it. Nothing. Because I don't remember purchasing this.
I wonder if you got it at the retreat.
I don't remember buying it. But that doesn't mean anything.
Well, I got books on my Kindle. Like, when did I get that?
But yeah, so I'm not sure when I got this. I'm not sure if I bought it or someone else bought it for me. But yeah, it's one of those stash enhancements that just a find from your own stash that you didn't know you had.
Mine is an actual stash enhancement.
Hers is a real stash enhancement. Mine's a fake one.
Excuse me. Stash enhancements or stash enhancements?
That leads us on to shop news.
Okay. I was talking about this in the Zoom yesterday.
That wasn't Zoom. That was
live stream. Yeah, live stream. And what is happening is I picked up a new supplier of yarn, and they have a new to me base, which is a worsted weight yarn. I believe it is 100% superwash merino, 440 yard skeins. So I ordered 10 of them, and if it works out, that will be something that I will be offering in the shop. I thought maybe with, for hair and toil along, that might be useful for that. Also, it will give you the option to make certain projects without having to switch balls of yarn. You'll have the 440 yards, which is more than double what is on a regular skein of my bases, because my skeins, well, I guess it's just a little double. My skeins are about 218 yards, but usually the skeins run between 200 and 220. Mm-hmm. So it's a double skein of yarn, all in one place.
Right.
So I got 10 of those. They called me from my supplier because when I ordered them, they were having a sale. That's why I wanted to try it at this time. And they called me because they didn't have the full amount, and they asked if I wanted them to hold the order until they got all of them, that they would still apply the sale price to everything. And I said yes. So I'm waiting to get that when it comes in, and I will dye it up and put it in the shop as soon as I got it. I hope that you will be interested in it. So,
that'll be very cool.
Yep.
Any other shop news for you?
I'm sorry for not updating the shop like I'd like to. I've been busy with SSA paperwork for Davina and helping Taya clean up her stuff.
We're hoping to get the desk moved into my room this week.
I'm hoping that things will be settling onto a more even keel. I know I keep saying that, but things keep popping up. It's really frustrating. To then start putting things up in the shop, dyeing more yarn, and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So,
as for me, if you have been active in the threads, you'll have noticed two things in the PHN home have changed. Our categories, I guess you would say, have moved around. We have new boards. So we now have a Lady Furnico Creations board where there'll be anything that's not dealing with testing patterns. So if she decides, oh, hey guys, pre-orders or, anything.
Like this new base, I might put something
new
about
base,
it.
She can put that there, and you can know, oh, hey, this is where I do Lady Furnico stuff. If someone really wanted to, they could have a just for fun thing where they could just post their Lady Furnico stuff. Mm-hmm. That would be a good place for that.
Did the other Lady Furnico thing go away? The other thread?
I'm not sure anyone's posted anything there lately.
No, I mean, what I said was, did you lock it or did you?
No, I haven't done anything to it because that's just a thread.
Right.
We could move it somewhere, or we can just close it and then start a new one in there. Mm-hmm. I haven't done a whole lot with hers. I just began it and it's her playground. It's not mine.
Yeah, I have to look and see how it works. I'm not understanding it completely.
It's just like any other board. It's like when you go into.
There are threads within the board.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, you can start whatever threads.
Maybe
it's just the board.
Maybe I'll move that thread into that board if you can show me how to do that. So.
Although that is a joint one, so because it's you and me.
No, I have Lady Furnico Creations updates.
Okay, yeah, so throw them in there. But you might even just close that and have every time there's something new, just start a new thread.
Yeah.
Because you can do that now. You have your own board. Yeah. I started one also for Franciscan Gypsy Designs because. I did the first one yesterday. Mm-hmm. I now have a actual print pattern book. Self-published, Amazon. I am hoping to pick up author copies.
She has got all fancy, and she's all like a real author because she has an author page and everything.
Yes, so I'm hoping to pick up author copies and throw some in the Etsy shop in case people want signed copies. Those will be a little bit more expensive than the ones on Amazon, but they'll be available as signed copies. Jess had the suggestion of trying the local yarn shop and offering.
Yes, we can do that with when we can offer that with Laura, see if she wants to do that.
And I told her it was a really good suggestion.
Yeah, that is good. And I know that Laura will be happy to if she can.
But it's Tortoise versus Hare. It's actually only going to be the first volume. I have a bunch of different books mapped out. I have to fill out the patterns for it. Like I might have like 80 to 90% of them, but maybe something still in testing, or maybe the pattern's not done being designed yet. So I can't actually put up any of the other books yet because not all the patterns are done yet. But I have them mapped out, at least 6, 7 more mapped out, something like that. There's not a lot of, I think the most in a pattern book that I have is 12 that's mapped out. This particular one is 9 patterns for tortoise versus hare, because that's how many tortoise and hare patterns I have right now.
You said there might be a part 2.
There's definitely a part 2.
rematch.
Just that I have to write quite a few patterns for that. I have ideas jotted down for it. But yeah, the rematch isn't anywhere near ready. But there will be a second one. I have to actually design more tortoise things because so it's not quite as heavily bunny.
Well, somebody asked for a tortoise dishcloth.
Yes, I remember Brittany saying something about that.
Mosaic.
So I had to think on that and plot things for that. But yeah, so that is available. I have a thread started in my board talking about it, asking if people would be interested in signed copies. I'll probably pick up 5 to 10 to start and to throw them in the Etsy shop. And I'll sign them individually as I go for each person. So it can be a personalized note. But yeah, so, that's
exciting.
kind of exciting.
It is exciting.
And it's an 8 by 11, so it's right.
Standard kind of magazine size.
Yeah, and it is colorized. Yeah.
Yay.
So I'm just really happy about it.
Davina's like, you're going to be rolling in moolah.
Anytime I sell something, Davina thinks I'm going to be rolling in it.
Anytime either one of us does something, makes a sale or whatever, she gets really excited because she doesn't have a real concept of money. So,
no, none at all.
And I'm not making fun of her.
No,
it's cute.
Yeah.
It's cute that she does that, so.
But she's also just a smidge stubborn. I think she knows it, but she likes to believe we'll be rolling in it. She has this fascination with famous. But yeah, so my little book is out there.
Yay.
It's kind of cool. Thank you for the people who have purchased already. Like I said, I'm hoping I need to put them in another order for an author copy. I have the ones coming in that are like for us. And then I will have this, like I said, this next set come in where they'll go in the shop.
Now, as far as writing goes, because we're going into autobiography, I know I wrote on the story.
But you forgot to put it down?
But I didn't put it down.
And it's kind of like me on the Christmas stocking where I realized that I'm pretty sure I worked on it, but I didn't put it down anywhere.
And the reading and stuff that I've done is basically the same. Mother Teresa, Dragonback series by Timothy Zahn. I'm probably in the middle, maybe, of book 3.
I'm just pulling up my show notes.
Blessed Are the Stressed by the Crabby Mystic, and Lenten Companion Year B, and then Jesus is the Way and Truth and Life. I don't have time to do a lot of reading unless it's on the treadmill, and getting on the treadmill has been a bit of a challenge the last few days. But yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing. I really have been itching to finish the stories handed out to you because I'd like to get back to prophecy and see if I can get it fixed.
I mean, I probably won't be able to work on it much until I finish editing the video.
Oh, I know that.
Because part of it's partially slowing me down for creating any new designs, which maybe isn't a bad thing. It means I'm working on designs I have already going. But what's stopping me from really planning out new designs is the fact that I'm editing a video for my fellow Annunciations. We all each did a little thing where we talk about the Bible, and I'm the tech person, so I'm putting together the video, make sure the sound is all equal, making sure that I cut out anything that doesn't really, like, these are people maybe stammered and then they corrected themselves, taking out really long pauses, that kind of thing. So I have a lot of editing work ahead of me, making sure the lighting's right. So yeah, that I have to have that done by the end of the month. So until I have that done, I really can't focus on even thinking about new designs. But reading wise, I have been doing quite a bit of reading because when I don't feel well, I do what I call my candy reading. And my candy reading right now has been candy comfort reading has been cozy mysteries. And not just any cozy mystery. It's Agatha Christie. Probably partially because I've read most of them. So it's, I like something will click in the back of my head so I know that stuff. Also, usually you know, it's a cozy mystery. It's not meant to stress you out. So it's really a comforting thing, even though there's a murder in it. It's really comforting because there's nothing to stress about usually in the book. Everything's going to turn out okay. I did finish, not Agatha Christie, but a Morbid Taste for Bones by Ellis Peters.
Cadfile.
Brother Cadfile. I have started my second one, which is my favorite one, which is A Corpse Too Many. I'm taking my time on it because I don't want to be done with it too soon because I really love that book.
You really need to get past that.
I have read the book directly after. I just don't remember it very well because it's not a Morbid Taste. It's not a...
Yeah, but if you don't get past it, you're not going to see him again.
I know.
I think I've read, like, several of those books.
I keep reading the first two over and over because I actually really like the first one as well. Because I like Brother John in that. And Brother Cadfile is just awesome. Anyway.
Yeah, he is.
He's a great character.
Yeah.
Then here's my Agatha Christie, like, million books that I read. I am, like, 11 or 12 books ahead on my goal of what to read. Like, they tell you how you are on track. I'm like 11 or 12 ahead. Which means later in the year when I'm not able to keep my pace anymore, I'm okay, I'll still get my goal.
See, I haven't done any of that because a lot of what I read is on omnibuses and it won't be accurate.
Yeah. Well, that's partially why I don't pick up a lot of omnibuses because it bothers me that it's inaccurate.
Well, I just put it down 3 times then, you know.
So this is, what I read was the Seven Dials mystery, which was good. That was the second part to the one that I had finished last week, which was The Chimneys. Then Cards on the Table, which is excellent as always. Easy to Kill, which wasn't as excellent. That's one of her few books I actually don't care for. The main detective is kind of an idiot.
So he's not a Poirot.
Oh, he's definitely not a Poirot. He's not even... That's not fair to Inspector Japp. To Superintendent Battle, so he's not even Superintendent Battle. Superintendent Battle is brilliant too. He's just different than Poirot in his methods. He tends to let you think that he's stupid and to be apparently obvious in what he's doing.
Like a Columbo.
But he's not like a bumbling kind of stupid. It's more like he looks like he's just made of wood and they just think that he can't possibly be at all imaginative. The books that I'm reading off the first few, everything but the last 2 are Superintendent Battle books. After that point, he kind of disappears. He retires, which is sad. So, Easy to Kill, they call that a Superintendent Battle book. He's like there at the very, very end, and he does nothing. And it was really disappointing. It's one of her few books that I actually don't care for. Towards Zero, I've always enjoyed. Another Superintendent Battle. And The Clocks makes a reference to Superintendent Battle, even though it's not in there, so it's not in his series. The main character apparently is his son. So, he's like a Secret Service or something like that.
That might be interesting.
And I wish they had continued with his character, because he's younger guys who can continue on a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And he makes a quick reference to his dad, said, yeah, he's retired now. Which was nice to have that closure with Superintendent Battle. And then, oopsie, I didn't spell the right. I finished The Man in the Brown Suit. Started and finished it yesterday. I do that a lot with Agatha Christie, where I'll start the book and finish it the same day. She's a really quick read. And I enjoyed that one too. As for things I didn't finish, still reading Ascension Lenten Companion, Year B, like Mama's, and Jesus, the Way, the Truth, and the Life, like Mama's. Read a little bit of Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clark. The thing is, I know it's going to start getting exciting, even if it is a Jane Austen like feel to it. And I really wasn't feeling well last week, and I just wanted something that I probably already knew the ending to and wasn't going to excite me in any way. Queens of the Crusade, read a little bit about that. That's by Alison Weir. It's a historical book. Divine Office for Dodos, and then a little bit of One Corpse Too Many by Ellis Peters, which is my favorite Cadfile book.
Okay. All right, so what else have we got to do here? Are we going into life stuff?
That goes into life stuff, yes.
Do you have any life stuff?
We usually do thank yous and stuff before we go into life stuff.
I just wanted to make sure first if you had any.
Just a little bit.
Okay, so before we do life stuff, I know that not everybody necessarily wants to hear life stuff. So if you don't want to hear the life stuff, we'll say goodbye to you. But before you leave, we'll want to say thank you to the people who commented on in the groups, either on YouTube or in the group at PHN Home. So let us thank you before you leave.
Yes.
And we'll move into life stuff after that. So want to thank Kara, Gabbing Grammy, Barbara, Meditative Crafter, Wendy, who we call MacGyver, Stephanie, Fiber Hermit, Warm Wish in Every Stitch,
Eileen.
No, duh.
Well, she has it in her name.
Okay. I don't do that. Okay. But I guess it's okay. It's only her first name.
Yeah.
Okay, Eileen. Lori, Steph, Renna, Wombat of Doom, and I Know Who You Are. So thank you for your comments. I caught everybody on YouTube. I don't think I got to everybody on the group yet.
And I had something to say to Warm Wishes and Every Stitch, Eileen. I did see your comments on our older podcast. I'm glad you're enjoying them. I'm not sure which hat that you're doing the really nice compliment on, because I can't remember what hat I was knitting at that time. It was probably one of my colorwork hats.
It might have been Diana's hat.
No, the way she was talking, it sounded like she thought it looked very complex.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking it was one of the colorwork hats. And it was like in the 200s for the episode. So it might have been either the Minestrone or
might even been
the first one, the yellow.
It might even have been the Lion Witch in the Wardrobe.
Could have been. I'm not sure when I knit that one. I feel like 200s were in this room though, and I wasn't knitting that yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't remember.
That's too far back.
It's too long ago. Laura would know.
Laura would know, yes.
But yes. So I do see your comments, Eileen. I just haven't gotten around to it. This week has been a really off week.
Okay. So those of you who don't want to hear live stuff, which isn't going to be much, I don't think, we'll say goodbye now.
Yes.
We wish you a very blessed week full of every good thing. And we'll see you next week here for the Fun in the Woman Cave. Now, life stuff?
Yes, life stuff. Look at just counting. So, yeah, the whole reason why there's, even though there's quite a few projects, but the reason why it tends to be things that are easy is because I haven't had brain power this week. Barometric pressure, I guess, has been all over the place.
It has been.
My neurologist explained that apparently our area is really bad with the barometric pressure being erratic. And that every one of his patients on this side, that he has in this area, who are all at all sensitive to barometric pressure, are having issues. And it's been not only like, this is one of the bad times, but he says it's gotten to the point where it's bad all year round. So it makes me feel a little bit better that I'm having symptoms all year round, even when I don't necessarily understand why. It's our weather.
Yeah.
It was nice to hear a professional say it anyway.
It's a little comforting to know it's not anything worse than that.
Yeah, exactly. That's just that everyone is having issues, not just me. Which sounds horrible in retrospect.
Well, that's the thing with Misery Loves Company.
It makes me feel not crazy.
Well, for me, it makes me feel like I don't have to worry as much.
Because it's just my body reacting like it should react when I have issues. But, excuse me. I also am requesting anyone who feels like praying about this. I really appreciate this. Still involved in a battle for disability. They had prematurely closed my case, never let me know that they closed it. It's a real big thing. They're supposed to reopen it. It's been acknowledged to me as prematurely closed, but the person who has handled my case and is still handling my case doesn't return my phone calls. He isn't very nice. The person I got on the phone last time to try to get some answers
was flat out rude.
Cut me off, all that kind of stuff. Wouldn't listen to me. Kind of like my the person covering my case. Actually, he does the same thing. So yeah, I had sent a fax to management, and I'm going to basically call them every week and fax them every so often, because then there's a paper trail. They can't ignore me. But it's a whole lot of effort. And yeah, just some prayers, because at this point, I'm at the point where I can either, if I get denied, but and they acknowledge it was their fault, I don't have to start the process all over again. I can then move on to the court step. But if they say no, it's closed, then I just start all over again. Or if they give it to me, then great, we're done.
Yeah.
But yeah, but they won't let me know. No one's giving me really like, this is what you need to do next.
They're not keeping her in the loop.
No, they're not. So prayers would be appreciated. They've been incredibly frustrating, and they've actually been making my symptoms worse. So because they're stressing me out.
Okay.
But yeah, there we go.
And I don't have a whole lot with life stuff, except that the reason that I've been so erratic with things is because I've been dealing with Davina's SSI and SSA paperwork. Thankfully, I don't have to do it for Social Security right now. I only have to do it for the court because we are guardians of her because she is an adult, and we are legal guardians of her, so we have to, record keeping and all that kind of stuff for them, for her. So, excuse me, we've been doing that for 17 years, and I'm still kind of putting the finishing touches on that, and then getting Talia's stuff ready for her desk and all that, and just, trying to get back in the swing of things in terms of dyeing yarn. I'm looking forward to this shipment of new yarn coming in. That's a different base. And
Have you dyed anything since the beginning of the year?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I have. I'm hoping to get some pictures taken of the fade set that I did. I don't know if it'll be going up in the shop right away or not. I'm not sure if I missed my window for that yarn. So we'll see what I do with that. I do have a couple other yarns, like I have the what do I call it? Me Want Cookie. It's a prototype, and I'm not sure if I'm going to go ahead and redo the colors and maybe make it a little different, or if I'm just going to sell it as a prototype and put it up in the shop as a prototype. So that might go up later. But I do have some ideas in my head for yarn. It's just a matter of getting it done. I don't know if I'll be able to get it done in a timely fashion for the time period I want to get it done. So we'll see what happens. I'm trying not to be frustrated, but I should put it down to Lent, but I'm not doing a very good job with that. So, but on a better note, I do have ideas.
That's good.
So that'll be fun. All right, so I guess that's it for now. We have gone through all our Zoom and live stream for this time around. So we just do our regular podcast now.
Yes.
And we will. We are on the list for the shots for the vaccines.
Yeah.
My husband's getting his on the 17th. We're still waiting to hear for ours and Talia's. But
yeah, I'm a bit ahead of you, I think. And then Davina's somewhere down at the bottom of their list because she doesn't have any health issues or anything. Yeah. And I think they might have put her higher if they were concerned about something, but if they were concerned about her and I guess not taking her meds if she got sick or whatever, but you guys would make sure she'll take her meds regardless. She'll make sure she takes her meds regardless. She's kind of anal about it.
Yeah, she doesn't like the way she feels when she's not on her meds. Yeah. So that's coming up in the future there. So I'm glad my husband's getting his because he's the one who goes out to work. Mm-hmm. So hopefully he won't be too affected by the doses and just move from there. So that's good. We want to wish you all a very blessed week full of knitting, crocheting, loom knitting, whatever it is you like to do, whatever makes you happy. And we hope to see you here again for the Fun in the Woman Cave. And where's my clapper?
I don't know. Was it one of the things that fell?
I don't have the date change. That's okay. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 444. And that's a wrap.
Bye.